Good morning everyone, it's Monday again, start of another week. So I'm going to start off and tell you what I've put on and then we'll do the usual Monday musings. Okay, so this morning I have been using the Aldi products that I bought last week. And so just give you an update on how I'm getting on with those. I use the vitamin C hot cloth cleanser. I've used it since, what day did I buy them? Wednesday, wasn't it? So over the last few days this has been my cleanser of choice, and it's great. I love the smell. The only thing I've changed is it comes with its own muslin cloth, but I don't really like muslin cloths, so I've tended to use my own white flannels, and I just feel that does a better job. So the hot cloth cleanser is a goer. I've used the eye cream, which is the Eye Boost. I'll just show you what that's like inside. And I really like that. What I tend to do is I do my cleansing in the morning, and I just put it on and leave that then, and then carry on doing the rest when I'm ready. But I do like that. It's very cooling and refreshing. And I use the vitamin C toner. Again, it's got a lovely smell to it. It says to put it on with a cotton wool pad or whatever. To be honest, I prefer to just put some in my hand, and rather like Caroline Hirons, I then do that business and then put my toner on. I just feel better than using a cotton wool ball or whatever. So, but yeah, that's another one that I like. The Moisture Boost day cream. I'm not sure about that one, to be honest. I have used it at night rather than day. I did use it one day and then came to put my makeup on, and I wasn't really, I don't know, it just didn't feel right for me. But it was fine at night to put plenty on at night, so I think that's where that'll be used. And the other product that I do like is this miracle oil, and of all things I like it on my hair. In fact, I've just put some on this morning, especially if your hair's gone a bit dry through probably washing and hot tongs and whatever. The first time I used it, I did look a bit like a greasy chip. But now I know to less is more. So yeah, I've just lightly sprayed it, and then I sort of put the hairdryer on a low setting, and just to lift my hair and just straighten where I need to. So yeah, that's the Aldi products. So did all that, and then I put my Temple Spa Moisture Matte moisturiser. I do just like that. And then I've BFF, Genster all over, BFF Eye Victoria, and I went with Queen on the eyes, just Queen, nothing else. And on the cheeks I did Truth, and then I've done Tallis on the lips, just Tallis, nothing else. and just finished it off there. So that's my look for today, and as you can see, I'm wearing leopard, so I'll give you a better view of that in a while. So last week, well, what I thought was going to be a quiet week obviously turned out to be not so quiet, as Heather kindly pointed out to everyone. So highlights of last week was obviously on the Tuesday I went to see my brother Dennis. It's actually his birthday tomorrow, but that was lovely to catch up with him. On the Wednesday I went and did my Aldi shopping, but I also went and saw my eldest brother, who I hadn't seen since beginning of lockdown, so that was Terry. And I phoned him and I said, "Are you up for a cup of coffee if I call?" And oh, he was so pleased. So when I got there, he'd laid 3 chairs out in the garden, and we sat and had a coffee, Terry, Val and myself, and a good old catch up. And I said, it seems ages since we've seen each other. And he said, but I've seen you recently. And I said, why, what do you mean? He says, you popped up on my telly. So I said, oh God. So yeah, Select Specs advert gets everywhere. So we had a laugh about that. Thursday, of course, was my Zoom-in day. And then Friday was the most wonderful day with Dorothy Saxton. And you will hear more about that in due course, but we had a fantastic day. And as I mentioned, we topped it off with a visit into Sue Ryder, and I showed you one of the necklaces that I picked up, and this is another one. And you'll see when I stand up that there's actually a belt as well. So yeah, brilliant on Friday. Saturday was a walk round the lakes with Hilary, and then we went for, well, what was originally just going to be a coffee, but we ended up having a lunch, as you do. So that was lovely. And Saturday, Janice, my other sister, actually had what do you call it? The powder brows done for the first time. So she did send us a picture and explained how they'd been done. And I have messaged her this morning to see how she's going on. And she said, not too bad. She said they were a little bit tender on the Saturday, but she's got some wipes to put on them for a couple of days, and then she has to wait for them to scab over. That's a horrible word, but that's what it is, isn't it? And then see how she goes, ready to go back for a top-up. I think she said, did she say 6 weeks or 6 months? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, so she's started her journey. Mine starts next week with my initial consultation. So watch this space and that. And Sunday, it made me smile with Heather putting a comment on about her Saturday and Sunday compared to Trini's. Yeah, I mean, we all live in our own little worlds, and some are in a lot better world than some of us. So, yeah, I did enjoy the Closet Confessions on Saturday, I must admit, and it did influence my dressing over the weekend. And again today, I suppose, really, I've gone pretty neutral again today. But my Sunday was spent eBaying. The reason I say that is that my son asked me to sell some items of gaming equipment, which I've been selling over the last week for him on eBay. There was Disney Infinity sets, and there was also a PlayStation 3. And so I sold the PlayStation on the Friday, I think it was. But then I get a message from the person who bought it, and they turned out to be in Argentina. Well, I ask you, who's going to post a blooming PlayStation to Argentina? I haven't got a clue what their currency is. Obviously, there would be some duty to pay on that, I would have thought. So the upshot was I cancelled the sale. He did communicate with me, but it was in Argentinian, Spanish, whatever language they use. I hadn't got a clue what it said. So I just went back and said, I'm sorry, I don't understand you. I said, but, you know, unfortunately, Argentina isn't a country that I would send goods to. So he replied again in foreign language, but I could more or less make out the word cancel. So I cancelled it. And as soon as I relisted it, I then got approached by somebody else who subsequently bought it, and he actually collected it yesterday. So I was quite busy on eBay yesterday, and then in the afternoon I went down to see Gavin and gave him some of the spoils, the pound notes, whatever you want to call them. So that was me. In terms of this week, well, not much going on today. I always start this and say not much going on. But the weather's definitely turned a little bit. It's still warm, but we've had some rain, and it doesn't look as if the sun's going to shine today. So I haven't got anything planned as such. I may pop out later, I don't know. But the definites for this week is Wednesday. I've got my hair appointment, and I am struggling with this lot. So yeah, it remains to be seen what I go for, but there will be some coming off. The problem with my hair is it goes so thick, and it soon goes out of shape. So watch this space in that one. And then the only other thing on the chalkboard in my kitchen is I've got my car in for service on Friday for a service and also an MOT. Now, well, I usually wait while it's done and take a book and whatever. But of course, I'm not sure this time. I have said that I will wait, but I don't fancy sitting in the car showroom for what could be 2.5 hours wearing a mask. So I may sort of pop out and walk down to the retail park, which is just below the garage, and have a wander around there just to break the time up a bit. So we shall see. Of course, Thursday I will be busy uploading Friday Friends episode 11, which we have now completed, and I'm sure you'll find it interesting. So I won't say any more than that. And we've already started to prepare the next 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, it's all in production. The H&M filming factory is well, not H&M, HM&VE filming factory is keeping going. So that's me, ladies. Hope you've got a good week ahead, and no doubt I'll be sharing with you each day to see how things are progressing. In terms of what I'm wearing, I thought it, do you know what cheers you up? Bit of leopard, okay. So I've gone with a bit of leopard today, and it's, you have seen it before, it's a Zara dress, but it was one that I sourced through eBay, so it's a pre-loved one, and let's see if I can give you a full length view, but then I will do a separate one. I've put my trainers on that I bought from M&S, that's got a little bit of zebra stripes on them, I suppose you'd call them, but they're comfy. And I've also got the belt that seems to match the necklace, although I didn't realise it until I got them home, that they were both from the same family, I suppose you'd call it. So let's see if you can see there. Okay, ladies, I think that'll come through for you. But as I say, I will do a full-length shot that you can see better. Okay, so that's me done. Archie's chilling out on the bed at the minute, but no doubt he'll want a little walk in a while. So catch you later, everybody. Have a great day.